Hello Libras, this is Tarot Queen Jamila. I'm here to do your compatibility reading for February, March, and April of 2017. So this will cover all of those those 3 months is what it will cover. So you can come back and watch this video. Also make sure that you subscribe to the channel and make sure that you hit the thumbs up button if you like this reading. Hopefully it'll resonate for you, depending on what I see. If it doesn't, you can go look at your rising sign, or you can come and get a private reading. I also do provide spells, okay, that work. My spells do work, so just check me out in the video description box, okay? Alright, so I'm just going to call to the spirits for the Libras. Oh, and by the way, just to let you guys know, what I'm listening to is a law of attraction frequency. So I got a feeling that that's probably what I'm going to be seeing in your reading, because I've been sort of seeing it for all air signs. I've done Aquarius and Gemini. So Libra is last on the list of the air signs. So I'm going to be doing you guys right now. So make sure you leave a comment, even, whether or not you agree or not, it is what it is. All right. So I'm just going to ask Spirit. Oh, by the way, happy Valentine's. Well, it's not Valentine's Day anymore, but it's kind of still, it's Valentine's Day spirit. So happy Valentine's Day to all of you Libras that are in relationships. This is for people that are in relationships, okay? So, anyway, I'm going to call to the spirits for the Libras. I want to see what is Libras, what is the basis or the lesson right now maybe Libras could be going through with their relationships. Alright, so this first card will be, it'll tell me several different things. It'll tell me what the foundation of your relationship is. So I'll basically see past, present, and future with that first card. It'll show me the theme of your relationship and if there's any lessons that you're learning. Also intellectual compatibility, emotional compatibility, and we'll look at the past. So it's really important for you to look at the past, and I will throw clarifiers in this one. I'm using the Pagan Tarot deck, by the way, for all of these readings, just because it has really good illustrations and very intricate designs. So I really do like this deck. I'm seeing a lot of people maybe in long-term relationships looking at this video and sort of saying, because you can change, people can change, circumstances can change. And so that's the whole point, okay, of this reading. And I always tell people to look at the past and look at it closely. So I always, you notice I throw a lot of clarifiers at the past. Because there's usually a story, but everybody has a story, so. And then we'll look at a card. The last card will be like the outcome card. So probably be more than one outcome card again. So all right, hold on. Okay, so you got a court card in the future. Spirits, give me clarification on the Initiate of Wands. I have to hold the cards close up to me because I am, is it farsighted or whatever? Alright, and I don't have my glasses, or I don't have contacts. Contact lens is what I need. Alright, hold on. Alright, so right now you got the Devil card. So I can see that kind of a negative start to a relationship, don't you think? The Devil card, this is representing the foundation, whatever lesson that you're learning. You know, the Devil card comes with really kind of obsessive energy. So I kind of feel as though there's some definite obsession, maybe even addiction. Definite conflict in the past. So I'm going to clarify that because I'm looking at your intellectual compatibility and it looks like it seems to be pretty good with the Ten of Cups. I feel like that's a pretty good compatibility. So compatibility may or may not be an issue. It could just be circumstances. Your emotional compatibility comes up as the World card. So I'm kind of sensing some issues from that. So I'll go into that as I read. Your outcome, you know, whether or not it comes in the next 3 months, because like I said, this outcome does cover the next 3 months. So this could come within the next 3 months that this time frame covers. So, excuse me, goodness gracious. I will tell you that I am seeing some positive outcomes. However, I do see some issues here with this Devil card, and I'm going to clarify exactly what that is, because the emotional compatibility could have changed, or somehow what I'm picking up is it's kind of all over the place with the World card. I don't know why I'm sensing that, but I'll get into that because it's kind of, let me do some clarifier. Spirits, clarify the Devil card, please. So I'm going to turn off the law of attraction because that's enough that I need. I can't play that. I'm going to switch it up. So there's some conflict in the past, and with the Devil, you know, I kind of feel as though these are possibly people in your life that cause conflicts all around. Spirits, give me clarity on the Devil card. That's pretty much what the Five of Swords means. Five of Swords is an argument that you have with your partner. You're possibly taking your anger out on them. Spirits, give me clarity on the Devil card. Okay, so the Seven of Swords comes up. So right now you're not trusting your partner. It seems like things are kind of toxic right now. Okay, card that comes next is the Ace of Cups. So I kind of feel as though some of you may be trying to leave a relationship, possibly. You know, or maybe this could be, I'm going to clarify the past here. Spirits, give me clarity on the Five of Swords. Things are definitely messy because the cards all of a sudden started flipping everywhere. Pretty intense energy. Let me see what the first card I get out of this Five of Swords. Okay, so the Page of Wands. So this is a person. I'm sensing conversation. I'm sensing abusive language. I'm sensing cursing, screaming from the Page of Wands. Okay, so this could represent you, or your energy, or possibly your partner. It could be arguments. Doesn't necessarily mean that your partner's doing it. I think that it's, yeah, Seven of Cups is next. So I feel like this is a lack, this is some sort of lack of emotional, you know, kind of, the Seven of Cups is when you're emotionally out of touch with reality, kind of. And that can lead to problems in your relationship. It doesn't matter what the reason is, you know, it doesn't matter what the excuse is. It doesn't matter. You know, you can go on and on and on about the same damn thing, and it's just not going to matter, Libra. It's just not going to matter, okay? You keep rehashing the same old crap, and your partner, I sense that it's coming from your partner. I'm not even going to lie to you. Spirits, give me clarity on this Seven of Cups. Yeah, see, the Two of Cups comes up. So, you know, the Two of Cups, it really represents self And it represents seeing yourself in your partner. Now another card that turned over for some reason, because it's just real messy. As I started going towards the past, it got real fucking messy and scary. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Seven of Cups is kind of like, oh, I don't really know reality. It really is. Literally, it is. Four of Pentacles, your partner probably, I'm sensing some earth energy. Partner kind of sees you as selfish, kind of, you know. Four of Pentacles, it's not a good layout that I'm seeing in the past. Okay, just seeing the cards from this angle, you know, just kind of having like a bird's eye view of the situation, whatever the hell that is. And I need to light up a cigarette, guys. This is why some tarot card readers, especially when we're doing, you know, a lot of people won't smoke during their videos, but I'll at least light up the cigarette and puff it. But I'm gonna go ahead and puff it. So the Four of Pentacles is kind of like really selfish, narcissistic behavior. So I get the sense that, you know, this is either the dynamic, what has been a struggle in the past, whether or not it's coming from the Libra or the partner. Regardless, when you're in a relationship with each other, you kind of attract each other. So this is what you're attracted to at that time. So maybe, I mean, this could be a lifespan of a year. This could be a year ago. This could be distant past, recent past. I mean, there's been some people that have been in longer term relationships than others. So for example, if you've only been together 2 years, you know, maybe, maybe, oh, sorry. Anyway, Spirit wants me to pull the top card. So the Two of Swords is where you were at a crossroads. And I think the crossroad demon or crossroad angel, I don't like to say crossroad demon, depends on what you believe in, depends on what energies you work with. So if it's a crossroad demon or whatever, you know, this is when you've been shown something. You know, maybe you felt this from your partner. The Five of Swords, it's like pettiness, you know, some pettiness in that Five of Swords, but then also there is an air of distrust that I'm seeing just moving into the current with the foundation, the theme, the lesson that you're learning. Kind of like, let it go. If it's meant for you, it'll come back to you. You know, I kind of feel as though maybe you were pushing a little too hard, just kind of too pushy. So the crossroads are either the angel of destiny, you know, whatever. Two of Swords is kind of like when you're in a partnership, and it is a make or break point in a relationship. It's kind of make or break a little bit. So then you get Four of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Seven of Cups, Page of Wands, and Five of Swords. So I get the sense, and I mean, you can make this up as you go along if you want to interpret it yourself, but I'm seeing a lot of selfishness. You know, it's all about me. Kind of, you know, the Seven of Cups is when you're being delusional about something, you know, and it's usually pretty obvious because you're not happy. The Seven of Cups is a person that's not happy. When I see this card come up, it's an air of, you know, oh my God. And first of all, this is, you know, feeling as though promises are not being kept to you. And, you know, well, I mean, you're not keeping promises to self. It's kind of what this angel of destiny or you know, crossroads has been sort of showing you. And you can't, and so the Page of Wands is probably communication from your partner. I'm going to clarify Page of Wands. I know you guys are like, oh my gosh, she's smoking on camera. Listen, tobacco is a very sacred herb. My lungs are clear. I don't have any breathing difficulties or anything like that. So yeah, it's unhealthy, you know, to smoke, but you know, I haven't been doing it that long and I plan to quit soon. So You know, but, you know, as far as tobacco smoke, I mean, it'd be obviously natural tobacco is better. You know, you can buy it and just burn it in your house. You don't necessarily have to smoke it, but, you know, I do enjoy smoking. So, you know, and I don't have any breathing difficulties. You know, I don't wake up with breathing difficulties. I can breathe just fine, you know. So, oh, some cards floated out. Let's see what they are. Okay, Ten of Wands. You know, there's a burden, you know, a burden of, it just seems like it's a burden, and then Ten of Pentacles, okay? Ten of Pentacles is really interesting because when you come up to the Ten of Cups with the emotional compatibility, and I can delve, not emotional, but the intellectual compatibility. I can go a lot deeper into that. You know, the Ten of Cups is possibly family tradition. Some sort of family tradition. Okay. So there's, you know, there's that. But let's see what the spirits have to say. Okay, so the Star card comes up. So this is where, you know, you as a Libra seem to draw this intellectual or this inspiration. Okay, it's kind of like you see your partner as inspiration. You kind of need to see yourself as inspiration first. Okay, and then the Six of Swords comes up. So there's definitely something that you need to move away from. Something is just, you know, something ain't right with this Six of Swords. You know, there's something that you need to move past. Okay, and it looks like intellectually, you know, it's a really rough thing that you got past or something, or that you need to. And I think it's possibly within self. And with the World card, I don't know why I'm getting all over the place. So I kind of feel as though maybe there's some possible cheating going on with the World card. Is the first thing that I'll draw from that emotional compatibility. The Elder of Wands turned over. So there's a fire sign that wanted to turn over. Spirits, give me. See how people just sort of stepping forward. There's an Elder of Cups. All right, spirits, give me more clarification on what's going on with these folks. Why are they? I mean, these might be your parents. It's a possibility. They're both elders, so these are people older than you. You know, could be either by age or by wisdom. These are both elders, so this is a fire sign individual. Possible Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Water sign individual. The Elder of Wands could be Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Okay, so Aries people. Whew. Okay, so the Eight of Wands comes up. I feel as though, you know, there is a definite lesson of pushing too hard. And I said that earlier. With the Eight of Wands. Just kind of pressure, you know, just putting just way too much. And I feel like you're doing it to self, you know, with the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is a very positive card, you know, as far as with finances. But emotions, I would have rather it saw something else. So you got the High Priestess next. So I feel like either one or both of these people could possibly be either people that your partner is attracted to, that could be causing friction to the point where you're feeling like, oh my God, he's all, you know, he or she is all over the place. The High Priestess comes up. The lesson is following your intuition, you know, and then sometimes with the High Priestess, it's kind of wanting something that you can't have also. That's when you really, really want something, you know. And so I do kind of see these as kind of parental figures. With the World card, I'm sort of, you know, maybe seeing, an older person, sort of opening up maybe your heart chakra, because I feel like it's a possibility that it's maybe even some solar. I feel like the energy from your solar plexus is probably kind of throwing your heart chakra off balance, but I want to know what the High Priestess thinks. I can imagine that she probably feels the same way. So I'm going to ask Spirit, High Priestess, what do you want to bring into this reading for the Libras? Because you know she's going to give it to you straight. Okay. 8 of Cups. So this is something that you need to move on from. Some sort of emotional problem. You know, I mean, whether or not, I mean, it looks like anger. It looks like discontentment or something. It's something emotionally that ain't right with the 8 of Cups coming up. Okay. So I feel as though, you know, both of these people do represent people in your life. You probably did some traveling maybe to meet them, to get you to move past some sort of emotional problem, whether or not it's anger. I feel like, first of all, this anxiety that you got, because I can feel that, okay, because I got the cards open, you know. I need to light a candle. The anxiety is kind of boiling up from your solar plexus, and then it's also some energy, possibly from either people from the past. It doesn't matter what people have done to you in the past. You just need to move on. Can't stay stuck in the past, or, you know, because those things cause emotional problems and, you know, health problems, headaches. The 10 of Wands is the headache card. So I can see, as far as health, there's been some definite fucking splitting headaches. You cannot tell me that I'm not right about that, Libra. Your head hurt. Your head is hurting over this damn burden. And it does have something to do with work and, you know, relationship. Maybe your job is affecting your relationships overall, even with your family. And your family is really, it doesn't seem like it's the best situation with the family. I can see that as well. Yes, you are reaching for the stars. You're looking at the stars. You know, you can see the whole, you know, emotional fulfillment. You can see that completed feeling. You can see it, but it's something that you need to move on from, or you need to move out of the location that you're at. Or it could be your house, your body. If it's not the location, if it's not the people that you're living with, because there's some people that, some of you Libras live alone, you know, so, you know, there's a lot of people that, you know, I can see with that 6 of, and I will clarify it. I'll clarify 6 of Swords for you. There's something, it's the star card is almost like when you starstruck. Or it's like an admiration, and it's nothing wrong with that, but it's something, you know, something is wrong within that. If the 6 of Swords comes up, it's something that you need to move on from. Okay, the Novice of Wands. So I don't know why this fire energy keeps coming up. There has been no other except for the water sign that showed up. So I can see that these could be elders that are putting a lot of emphasis, you know, even on your own emotions. And, you know, with all of these 8s coming up, this is confusion with the 7s that I'm seeing, you know. So there are repeat numbers that are coming up, and I'll try to look those up for you. I'm sensing that there is health stuff as well. So I'm sensing, I don't know why I'm sensing breathing difficulties, and even in the sleep, lack of sleep because of that too. So anxiety. See, when I do readings, you know, it's not me, it's you. See what I'm saying? And that's how that thing works. So yeah, you can see the reflection, but you got to look inward. Okay, Novice of Wands, this could represent you, or either, again, the fact that it could be that the spirit could be taking you through a transformation, could be moving you to a different location. I definitely do see that there's possibly some decisions that, you know, maybe spirit is sort of moving you. That Six of Wands, Six of Swords is a very powerful card. Spirits, give me clarity on this Elder of Cups. Okay, so the Four of Cups comes up. So I feel like this is someone that has, you know, sort of regret with the Four of Cups coming up. Maybe this is someone, maybe they feel some sadness, you know, within the, and I don't want to, you know, do any guesstimates. So just to give you a general answer, I'd say that this water sign feels some sort of, you know, regret or sadness for the connection. This is when you're connected with somebody that you don't want to be connected with. Let me clarify Elder of Wands. Spirit, clarify Elder of Wands. What this person doing? Novice of Cups. That's so interesting. This is water energy, so I kind of feel as though this is so weird that the Empress comes up. So this is like the Empress is, you know, this card, I see the triple goddess in this card sort of. So I feel like, you know, there's sort of goddesses, you know, around you at this point, and then they are sort of pushing you, you know, to get to a better place emotionally than the Seven of Cups. And the Page of Wands is communication, you know, whether or not it's by phone, air, some sort of communication to you. You know, and the communication was conflict. Okay. Hey, I need for you to go in your room, sweet pea. Thank you, Bobies. Go on in there. Thank you. Sorry about that, y'all. So, you know, just to let you know that, what did they communicate, you know, exactly? I don't even have to do that. I'm gonna move to the future because see, that was Jacob's hint of hurry up, you're taking too long, get to the point. Because Jacob rushes my readings. And, you know, that again is, you know, that air sign energy, which isn't good because you can't rush love. You know, that is coming in through the spirit also, that message. The Initiate of Wands is in your future. So I do feel like it's a transformation. Ace of Pentacles could be, this is a very positive card because this could be new opportunity, new job, new house. You know, just some sort of new beginning. And I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, this is something that God actually gives to you. But I'm going to throw a clarifier because that was the card next to it. So Spirits, give me clarification on the Initiate of Wands. Now, with all of this, you're probably thinking, oh my God, what direction am I going in? You know, you can actually get a reading if, you know, you can, you know, basically see if you're going in the correct direction spiritually. And also I do offer past life readings. So now you did get the Lovers. So I see this as a fire sign individual. Okay, I feel like the Lovers, you know, again, it does represent a crossroads, but it's kind of like, you know, it's very positive because with all the difficulty that you've had in the past, you know, it kind of shows that it's a possible decision to kind of take the longer road instead of what has been sort of, you know, because I don't feel like you're getting much out of this Four of Pentacles. You know, that I don't really feel like you're getting much out of that. So again, if this is your partner with the Lovers card coming up, it does represent a crossroads. So I was talking about the crossroads. So I can see that, you know, before the end of because this is for February, March, April. So I say that probably around March is when, you know, you'll sort of see things come to a crossroads. Spirits, what lesson needs to be learned from the Lovers? So I do kind of see you, maybe the Lovers is sort of, you know, people really see that kind of as, you know, some sort of, let me see what that was there. Okay. So the Moon card flipped over. Yeah, see, that's really, really bipolar. That's crazy. Spirits, why the Moon card? So the Initiate of Wands is sort of, if you want to just look at this from an energy perspective, this is sexual energy with your partner, which a lot of people kind of see as lustful, kind of as superficial, you know, especially with the Devil card coming up. You know, the Lovers is sort of like, it's choices. It really is choices. And so, you know, I really do love this illustration. I really, really do. So, you know, what I can see is sort of, you know, a person taking the high road, sort of, you know. But then when the Moon card comes in, this is something altogether different. This is, you know, some sort of telepathic energy of the Moon. It's a lot of emotion, fighting, anger, you know, arguing with your partner, kind of feeling as though, oh my God, you're cheating on me, and accusations, having something to do with the Novice of Pentacles, you know, so this is energy. This could be money, a person. Absolutely. Yeah. And it is an earth sign individual. It could be your partner, but for your partner to come after the Moon card is not good. Spirits, what's up with this? This is a Novice of Pentacles. So this is somebody using energy. You know what? My little knot thing that I did kind of messed up. There we go. Okay, sorry. Spirits, clarify this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so the Ace of Swords comes up. So I get the sense that the Knight of Pentacles is somebody that, you know, you know, it's a possibility that you just need to let that person go. I do see that person as female, but it could be male. You know, my Pagan Tarot deck does usually call, and it's usually during private readings. You know, I can, you know, see the certain sexes of people, and I'll know that, no, this is a female, or, you know, no, this is a male. But being that this is a general reading, you know, just put it like this. I feel like, you know, this Moon energy that's coming in, I feel like it is coming from that earth sign energy. But with the Ace of Swords, I feel like this is something that, you know, is coming in from the past. This is something that, you know, The Ace of Swords is literally when you triumph and you know, just let stuff go. You kind of, you know, let a person go, or you cut them off, so to speak. That's what the Ace of Swords means. Could be that this person could be having a negative effect emotionally, possibly. I will tell you that air energy and earth energy, it don't really mix. It don't really mix. I'm just being honest with you, you know. And I've been, and that's why the spirit is laying the cards out like this, because this is a compatibility reading. Now it would have to depend on your chart, the circumstances. So that's why you would have to come and get a private reading. So just go to my website if you're interested in that. I'm going to throw one more card. Now, you did get the Ace of Pentacles again, so this is new opportunity that has something to do with finances. So I'm going to ask Spirit to give me one last final card. Novice of Pentacles, if I were to look at it from an energy perspective, the Novice of Pentacles could represent, you know, a new boss that helps you overcome something. It's someone new though. It's either getting rid of the past or getting something new. That's what that Ace of Swords means. Nothing more, nothing less. You're losing something, but you're gaining something. So the Death card comes up. Some of you may need private readings, in particular if you've got any sicknesses or illnesses in your family. I do kind of see the Angel of Destiny, you know. So the Death card comes up representing transformation. Again, looking at it from an energy perspective, the Novice of Pentacles could represent somebody that isn't an elder, but they definitely do have energy. And it could represent somebody that could, you know, help you, but they're kind of wrapped up with this moon energy. So I kind of get the sense that this could be someone that you're supposed to let go. Anyway, the Ace of Swords is basically out with the old, in with the new. So is Ten of Pentacles. Let's see what's happening after this Death card. Spirit, give me a final outcome advice card for the Libras. One or two, and then I'll wrap this up. Okay, so the Five of Cups comes up. So it's kind of a feeling that I get, like I said, one or two. So the Seven of Pentacles comes up. This is kind of, you know, when you look at the illustration, this is when you have been, you know, putting your, you know, energy into something, you know, your energy. This has something to do with work, okay? It could be work or your relationship. A lot of times your relationship, well, not a lot of times, your relationships affect you. So with this Seven of Pentacles, I am sensing some off-balanceness, definitely. Some sadness, some regret while you wait for something. So, you know, with the Seven of Pentacles, it does make a promise that things, you know, will come into fruition. But there are a lot of lessons within the Seven of Pentacles that is, you know, that you're going to be learning within the next seven, I don't know why I said seven. Maybe 7 days, or either 7 months or 7 years, possibility. Because you've gotten all of the sevens in your readings. So, very important for you to look at the numerology meaning of those numbers, as well as, you know, what they really mean when you're looking at it from a number perspective. Now, with the Seven of Pentacles, again, this is sort of, you know, feeling as though, oh my God, I'm waiting now. You know, now you're trying to cultivate something. It's like, okay, well, let me go out here and try to do something, you know. And so it's sort of, it's not a big time, you know, hit or winner, but it's definitely to the point where, you know, the Seven of Pentacles sort of points to, you know, you'll be in a good place, and the things that you hope for, you know, they will come into fruition. But there are some things that you need to get through. Now, first of all, with this Death card and this Sadness card, this is depression. Now with the Ace of Pentacles, I get the sense, I'm not even going to lie to you, if you've got some sick people in your family, you may want to call them. That's all I'll say to you. So you can contact me and get guidance on that, especially if you haven't spoken to these people in a while. Either contact them if there's some sort of issue with them, you know, or it could be maybe someone that recently departed. And when I say recently, that's, you know, either 7 days, 7 months, 7 years. Okay. So that's going to do it for your compatibility reading. Definitely are sensing some energies of emotional instability coming up, and then also, you know, just some grounding issues coming from that death card. Now, the Ace of Pentacles, again, it is a new start, but it seems that there's a sacrifice or something with this death card. So this is some sort of, you know, again, you know, out with the old, in with the new, closing one chapter, or, you know, closing the book on something and opening it back up. So I do get the sense that there is, you know, this is a really intense situation, you know, that I'm seeing that you're, you know, that most Libras, a majority of Libras, are going to be dealing with this within the next 3 months. That's what it was, Libra. It seems like with as far as your emotional compatibility, I feel like with the Elder coming in of Cups, you know, this is sort of when somebody doesn't appreciate what they have also. So I kind of feel as though this is a lesson of counting your blessings and, you know, making sure that, so that's definitely some emotional incompatibility, you know, if that is your partner. Now, I am seeing sort of more than one, but with the Elder, with the Four of Cups, and you know, even though I'm using the Pagan Tarot deck, it's obvious. It's kind of like, you know, it's just not a very healthy feeling that's coming through that. So let me look at the Four of Cups and just tell you what that challenge is. And it's sort of the same thing. A deep-rooted fear of being alone, or a sense of general malaise is undermining you in your relationships. You may be in a pleasure-seeking phase, which is failing to satisfy you. So, yeah, and I was thinking about this earlier, sort of being hungry, but not being hungry for food. Something else. It's kind of like, you know, food for the soul, sort of, you know. Relax, seek a creative outlook, and restore your self-esteem is what Jane Lyle says about that. I really do like her deck, but that is what that means. It's kind of like, and really when you reflect it back to yourself, it's sort of like you don't appreciate self either. So when you don't appreciate self, then you sort of reflect that onto your loved ones and your partner. And they don't feel appreciated, or they just kind of feel, it's kind of like a selfish sort of, you know, sort of like, you know, it's not enough, or it's like I'm never satisfied. You know, it's really that sort of energy. You know. Yeah. Now this other Elder of Wands, I feel like maybe it's telling you to be humble. You know, maybe more emotionally balanced. You know. So if these two cards do represent maybe parents, or maybe even people looking out for you, there are a lot of messages coming in through the spirit. And I feel like these are lessons that are currently, you know, leading to why, you know, a majority of Libras are, you know, thinking about, you know, leaving the current relationship. So, or either maybe the partner is also. And it does look like there is going to be, you know, just judging by some of these cards, that is definitely going to be some new beginnings, some crossroads for a lot of Libras. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Again, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Saint Valentine's Day to you. And I'll see you guys later. Namaste.